Hello there, let's have some fun in Max World because in Max World mistakes are expected, respected, inspected and corrected. So today's first concept of the day is numbers. These numbers are the inseparable part of mathematics that you cannot ignore or you cannot hide from them. These numbers are categorized into three main parts. The very first of it is natural numbers. These natural numbers are nothing but the group of numbers that begins with 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, which is to infinity. Second group is whole number, which is nothing but 0 and all other natural numbers. This is what we know. And third most important part is integers. Oh, that's what we are here. Integers are nothing but all positive numbers, negative numbers and 0. But presently I am wondering or I am bothering, where are the fractions, which are the second most used numbers of the mathematics? These fractions, where are those? Yeah, these rational numbers are nothing but the fractions. And here comes the next concept. If you have any fraction in front of your eyes where denominator is not 0, then that number is nothing but the rational numbers. And here comes the definition of it. A fraction with non-zero denominator is called as rational numbers. Example: 1 upon 2, 3 upon 10, 2 upon 1000 and only 5 also. Non-zero denominators means only 0 should not be there in the denominator. And let's have little activity first of all, because this activity will help us to understand which are the rational numbers and which are not. Okay, very first, there are few numbers given on your screen and you have to identify whether they are rational numbers or not. Easier. 0 upon 5, see denominator is non-zero, so we can say first one is rational number. Second number also minus 1 upon 37, so 0, we have to just check denominator is not 0, that's why it's a rational number, and remaining one are there for you. Don't forget to mention the answer into the comment section below. Rational numbers on the number line, this is what we are next to understand it. Here are some rational numbers: 3 upon 2, 5 upon 2, minus 3 upon 2, and this is the number line. Very first, we have to take points in such a way that all the expected numbers can be shown on the number line. So take 0 in such a way that is the origin on number line properly. So very first dot after 0 will be 1 upon 2, then 2 upon 2, and there comes 3 upon 2, our first rational number to be shown on the number line. And it continues ahead also, 4 upon 2, and then we have 5 upon 2 as our second rational number that we need to show in according to question. Do not forget to name it according to your wish. Whatever the letter you can choose, you can go ahead. The next one is minus 1 upon 2, then minus 2 upon 2, and third one remains is what? Minus 3 upon 2, and that's what our third number is. Now this is what the general instruction which you follow while showing any rational number on the number line. And once you show all the rational number on number line, don't forget to mention the final answer, the final statement, the way it was shown on the screen. Now let's try to understand how the procedure was followed exactly while showing the rational number on number line. In this procedure, the denominator plays very important role, boys and girls. First of all, we drew the number line. Okay, on number line the points were taken. The distance between this point can be anything, but it should be same everywhere. Try to make it same properly. Now observe the denominator of the rational number which is given to us. The rational number is 3 upon 2 and the denominator is 2. This denominator indicates that how many parts are made from 0 to 1. So over here denominator was 2, so this is the first part that you are looking on the screen, and that one is the second part, and after doing 2 parts we have to write 1. That means 1 unit is divided into 2 parts, means after every 2 part the second unit will come out. Okay, the next unit will come out. The very first dot will be 1 upon 2 and the second dot will be 2 upon 2, and that makes it 1, because 2 upon 2 divided by 2, answer is 1, and there goes with the third dot, that is 3 upon 2, and that's what we needed in our question. So this was the exact procedure followed, but we skipped out the between numbers. It is okay if you skip out. I hope you have understood, and in that manner we showed all the other numbers. Now let's try to understand the another rational numbers to be shown on the number line. So number line is taken, the points are taken with the same distance between them. It can be any distance. Okay, the 0 is chosen, and after 0 immediately it will be 1 upon 5 because the denominator is 5. Second one is 2 upon 5, third one is 3 upon 5, fourth one is 4 upon 5. There goes 5 upon 5, the next one. After that comes 6 upon 5, and the last dot, the last point is what, as 7 upon 5. So first number is shown, so name it as point A, and as the second number is in negative, so go to the left side. So first dot is minus 1 upon 5, and second dot, that is B, will be minus 2 upon 5. Next one is minus 3 upon 5, and the next to it will be our important dot, that is point C, which shows minus 4 upon 5. And as we have chosen point ABC to be shown the required numbers, let it be in the final answer also. I hope I made it very clear to you. We'll do one more sum, boys and girls, so that it will be very clear to you how to show the rational numbers on number line. So here is the number line for you, on which the points are taken with the proper distance or the same distance, and the question is minus 5 upon 8 and 11 upon 8. So think properly, check the denominator, see the distance. There are, as denominator is 8, we have to divide 1 unit into 8 parts, okay, and then keep on counting the points, and you will find that second last point on the number line is nothing but 11 upon 8. And over here on the left side, minus 5 upon 8 also. As we have understood the meaning of rational numbers, let's try to solve few more questions based on number line and rational number. So here is the question on your screen. The question is, which number is indicated by the point B, okay, and the second question is, which point is indicated by number 1 3 upon 4. 1 3 upon 4 is nothing but the mixed fraction, boys and girls, keep it in mind. So let's try to solve first question. The question says, which point is indicated by, which number is indicated by point B. So where is the point B? First of all, locate its position over here, okay. After that, try to understand this part. Point B, see, first of all, minus 2 is the complete number, okay, so write minus 2. Then after minus 2, B is located on the second point, keep it in mind, okay. That is the first thing to be observed. Now check how many points, how many parts are there from 0 to 1 unit. It is 1, 2, 3 and 4 part. That means every fractional part of on this number line will have 4 in the denominator. So as we know, there is a 4 in the denominator, and point B is on the second point after minus 2. So minus 2, then B is on the second point, and denominator of every fractional part will be 4. So my answer for the B is minus 2 upon 4. Isn't it clear to you all? Okay, there is one more method to solve this question. The method is very easy. What you have to do, you just have to go on counting the points, and for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So B is located at the 10th point, so you will write just 10 upon 4 and answer is done. So very first answer, and don't forget to give minus sign because it is on the left side of the 0, okay. So this is the second method of getting your answer, and this answer, so our first answer is what, minus 2 upon 4. I can cancel out, I can reduce this fraction part, and my answer can be written as minus 2 1 upon 2. Then second method, I got the answer 10 upon 4, right? I can also reduce this part and my answer can be 5 upon 2 also. So from this 4 answer, you can write any one, even then your answer will be correct, boys and girls, okay. So whatever you felt easier to you, you can go ahead and write the answer, and I felt writing this 10 upon 4 is the easiest one among all this, okay. So how we did the 10 upon 4? We just counted the digit. Very first we tried to understand how many parts are there between one unit, okay. There are 4 parts. That means denominator of every fraction in this, on this number line, will be 4 here onward, okay. So we will write the answer over here now. So my first answer for the B is, it can be minus 2 upon 4, it can be minus 1 upon 2, it can be minus 10 upon 4, and it can be minus 5 upon 2 also, if you reduce that minus 10 upon 4 part, okay. The next question is, which point is indicated by number 1 3 upon 4? It's very easy. Where is the 1? First, see, 1 is the complete part. This 1 is the complete part. Where is the 1? Over here on the positive side. Then this numerator over here, okay, the numerator over here indicates that it is third point after 1. This is 1, and the numerator indicates the third point. Which is the third point now? That third point is C. So my answer is nothing but C only. Point C is indicated by number 1 3 upon 4. Understood or not? So this is the complete number which is indicated over here by point F. Okay, and after that, in the fractional part, numerator indicates which point I need to go ahead. Okay, so that is the third point. So 1 2 and third point we got C, and that's why my answer is C over here presently. Okay, so here is my answer. Point C is indicated by 1 3 upon 4. There's one more method to count the answer, to get the answer. Just try to understand this part also. This 1 3 upon 4. Okay, I'll change the color first of all, so that it will be easier to understand. Okay, so 1 3 upon 4, this can be turned into proper fraction by one method. That method is, we have to multiply this 4 into 1. Okay, whatever the number is there between that section, 4 into this number, and then whatever answer you got, that answer should be added to the numerator. So 4 ones are 4, 4 plus 3 7, so 7 upon 4 is the proper fraction form of that mixed form. Okay, so I need to count 7th digit, 7th point, I mean to say, from 0. Okay, 7th point, where's the 7th point? I mean to say this 1 3 upon 4 can be written as 7 upon 4, and now count the numbers. Point 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Again I got C. So there are many methods to get the answer. I hope I made it very clear to you all. Let's try to solve the next question of your exercise. Same number line is given to me. Okay, left side of the 0 is negative, and right side is the positive one. So my answer over here presently, point D, state whether true or false. Point D represents number 5 upon 2, and answer is true. But why? The way I told you, 5 upon 2. See, I know that the one unit is divided into 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 part. That means 4 should be there in the denominator. Okay, correct or not? So over here in the question they are asking about D. Where is the D presently? There. Okay, so count at what point that D is located. Till here it is 4, then 5 6 7 8 9, and at the 10th point, correct or not, at the 10th point D is located, and that means it has to be 10 upon 4, correct or not? So presently if you count the points, it goes with D equals to 10 upon 4. But this 10 upon 4, the way I taught you, can be reduced by number 2, correct or not? If I divide numerator and divide it denominator by 2, my answer will be 5 upon 2, correct or not? 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, and I get the answer. I get the fraction 5 upon 2, and that same fraction is given in the question over here, and that is why I wrote the answer true. Okay, I hope I made it very clear to you. Now next question is over here presently. Yes, point E represents minus 3 upon 2. My dear, now it is your turn to write the answer and find the answer, and do not forget to mention it in the comment section below. I'm waiting for your answer, boys and girls. Best luck for that answer. Okay, till then.